Rolex just released their new watches for Watches and Wonders, and today on Brandon's Bands, we will be narrowing it down to my top 6 and ranking them in order. Let's get to it. Starting off the rankings at the number 6 spot, we have the Oyster Perpetual 41 100th anniversary. Celebrating Rolex's 100th anniversary. It's a very special Century Oyster Perpetual. It comes in 41 millimeters, 36 millimeters, and 31 millimeter models. It has a stainless steel case and bracelet, and the yellow gold bezel and crown to give it a two-tone look. And it has that 100 signature. My personal opinion on this watch is there's a reason I have it at the 6th spot. I think that it has to be on the top 6 list because it is a 100th anniversary piece, and the new two-tone's cool, but now the fact that the new two-tone's there is also kind of a bummer for me because I'm really not into it that much. The fact that they didn't do two-tone on the bracelet, I actually didn't like that as much. It was kind of just a little bit disappointing to me that they didn't do that. However, I do like that they have the slate gray sunray dial, which is it looks nice on the watch. Watch itself looks pretty good. However, it's just the two-tone thing is really messing me up, and I really feel like for a 100th anniversary piece, you gotta do a little better than that. So I'm gonna have to give it a solid 5.5. But let's move into the next piece. At the number 5 spot, we have the Yachtmaster 2. Yeah, I feel weird saying that. I'm sorry. I just can't get used to it. But yes, Rolex brought back the Yachtmaster 2 with a pretty big update. They completely redesigned the case. They have a completely new movement to operate the regatta chronograph. It's available in oyster steel or yellow gold. It has a white dial, and that's the only dial option for this one. It has a Cerachrome bezel, a blue Cerachrome bezel actually, and no longer has the Yachtmaster 2 markings. It has a new caliber 4162 movement from Rolex, and it's a pretty nice watch. It has a lot of complications, but my main problem with it is the size, because it is a 44 millimeter watch. It's way too big, especially for someone like me with a very small wrist. And that's not me saying that because I do have a small wrist, but it's more because I feel like the watch market as of right now is just trending towards small. I feel like looking at all these releases from Watches and Wonders, everybody went with smaller watches, and then here's Rolex releasing the Yachtmaster 2. It's just not adding up to me, and that's why I'm sadly going to have to give this one a 6. I actually love the watch itself. I mean, I can't wear it because it's too big for me, but I do love the watch. Like I said, I was surprised to say Yachtmaster 2. I didn't think they'd bring that back out, but, they did, and I'm not mad at it because it's cool, but as someone with a smaller watch wrist, I can't relate, and I'm going to have to give it a solid 6. And let's move on to the next watch. At the number 4 spot, I have Rolex's new Datejust, featuring a green ombre dial with black at the edges and a dark green gradient at the center. Now, this new dial is exclusive to the Datejust 41 that is coming out in oyster steel and white Rolex. The watch has 70 hours of power reserve, a 41 millimeter diameter, obviously, and is built for luxury. It has a striking fluted bezel and features Rolex's 32-35 movement. My personal opinion on this watch is I actually really like it. It's a really solid watch. The dial's pretty. It's amazing. I think people are really going to like this watch. It's a really kind of nice piece just to, go out and wear. So I'm going to give this a solid 7. I think Rolex did a great job on this piece. Wanted a little bit more again from Rolex. I feel like sadly that's the theme with like most of these pieces. I just wanted a little bit more. I was hoping for more on the Datejust, and I just didn't get that. And I'm giving it a solid 7. And not to say that I don't like the piece. I mean, the dial is striking and beautiful, but I just wanted that little bit more from Rolex. But let's get into this next piece. In the number 3 spot, we have Rolex's new Day-Date, featuring a beautiful green dial nicknamed by fans already as the Matcha dial, which is very fitting when you look at the watch. Now, this watch features a brand new alloy from Rolex known as Jubilee Gold, and it is actually exclusive to this version of the Day-Date. The new 18-karat gold alloy is developed in-house by Rolex and is known to be astonishing, with tones of tender yellow, warm gray, and soft pink. For this special Day-Date, Rolex has opted for a lustrous green aventurine dial, like I mentioned, the Matcha dial, and it is very popular. Now, I have a feeling this watch is going to be similar to the celebration piece, a very hot commodity. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be loved by the community. Already getting nickname, which is always a good sign for a watch. With that being said, I'm going to rank this about a 7.5. It's a very solid piece. I wish they could have done a little more, but new alloy, amazing dial, can't ask for much else. So 7.5. Let's move on to the next piece. In the number 2 spot, we have Rolex's new Oyster Perpetual 36, noted to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Rolex's waterproof Oyster case. The watch features a vibrant multicolored dial and the iconic Jubilee, notably introduced in the 1970s. Now, the dial is made up of the letters that spell Rolex, set to celebrate the brand's inventiveness and dial-making artistry. The watch is a piece of art in my opinion. I think it's a very solid piece by Rolex. I think it's going to be very popular. I remember the last celebration piece they made with like the balloons and like it was very popular. It was very wanted. I think this piece is going to be a very hot piece, a very hot commodity. People are definitely going to want it. With that being said, I do think I wanted a little more from Rolex on their celebration piece, especially with how good their last one was, in my own opinion. So I'm going to have to give this piece a solid 8. It would have been better if they got a little more creative with it than just doing Rolex on the dial. But I still think it's a really cool piece. It's a very vibrant, colorful piece, and I think people are really going to like it. I personally like it. I rated it an 8, which is pretty solid. So, yeah, let's get into the next piece. In the number 1 slot, we have the new Rolex Daytona, the first ever watch to feature Rolesium. Yes, I just said Rolesium. Now, I by far saw this as Rolex's best release by a long shot, and not just because of the Rolesium construction, which lovely and cool should be a bare minimum by fans and collectors, but it's also just a combination of the amazing features Rolex put into this watch that really just bring this historic chronograph to life. Diving into the watch, the design features a stainless steel middle case as well as a platinum exhibition case back. The watch has 100 meters of water resistance provided by a 40 millimeter oyster steel case and gains an absolutely beautiful white enamel dial, as well as matching subdials. Now, all this put together leaves me with a great impression of this watch. I really like what Rolex did. It's honestly just amazing. It's beautiful, and I have nothing else to say except 9 out of 10. Thank you to all you guys for watching. I hope this video helped you out a little bit. I want to, go over the new Rolex releases, choose and pick out the ones I like the most and kind of share them with you guys. I hope I helped you narrow down your choices if you're looking to purchase one in the future. And yeah, if you guys could like and subscribe so I can continue making content like this for myself, that'd be amazing. So please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.